Hello, dear ones. Christ is in our midst. Father Peter John here, coming to you from All Saints Orthodox Church in Bloomington, Indiana. I wanted to say first today, Blessed Apostles' Fast to all of you. I didn't say that yesterday, and I should have, because we are in this period now of fasting before the Feast of Saints Peter and Paul, which falls on the 29th of June. The fast begins each year the day after All Saints' Day. And of course, the All Saints' Day, the date of All Saints' Day depends on when Pascha falls. So this year we have a 2-week period of fasting before the Apostles' Feast on June 29th. And so blessed fast to all of you. During this 2-week period, I'm going to be talking about the Desert Fathers. It's a good Lenten theme, and this is like a little early summer Lenten sort of a period. So we'll talk about the Desert Fathers. Today I wanted to follow up on yesterday's post about the thief and his Bible. First of all, I found it humorous how many people responded that they were so, I think, confused and surprised that a monk would steal a Bible. And of course, it does sound confusing and surprising in the sense that, I mean, what on earth? Why would a monk steal a Bible? But it just kind of illustrated the fact that, if you talk to monastics, they will tell you, we don't come to the monastery because we're saints. We come to the monastery because we're sinners, and we want to work out our salvation with fear and trembling in the context of that monastic community. And so monks and nuns are not, they are not perfect. They will tell you they are not perfect. But just like us, they have their sinful passions to struggle with. And the one in yesterday's post was struggling with, covetousness, and he fell to it. But ultimately he repented. Okay, so then on to today's topic. I want to talk about a certain hermit, and we're not given his name, but there were some thieves that came to his hermitage, to his cell. And they came and they said to him, "We're going to take everything that's in your cell." And he said, "My sons, take whatever you see." And so they came in and they took all of the things that they could see, and they began to leave and walk down the road. And so as he was there sitting in his cell, he remembered something, that he had hidden a bag. I don't know if it was a bag of gold or money. I don't know what it was. It just says that it was a bag, probably valuable, something valuable. And he said to himself, "They've forgotten the bag." And so he took the bag and he ran out and he chased them down the road, and he says, my sons, you've forgotten something." And they looked and they saw that he was coming towards them to give them something else. And they were struck with compunction. They were repentant. So they said to themselves, "Truly, this is a man of God." And they asked his forgiveness and gave all of his things back. This is just another one of those stories that sounds so radical. I used that word yesterday. Radical comes from the same root word as radish, which is a root, right? A radish is a root, and we eat it. Well, to say that something is radical means it goes back to the core, the root teachings of something. And so when we look at the teachings of Jesus, we see this very teaching there with Christ, where, he tells people, if someone strikes you on one cheek, give them the other cheek also. If they steal this from you, give them this as well. And but this is something, again, that most of us in our daily life, we don't think in these terms. We have this great, American justice mindset, and justice is good and fine. We want to keep the peace and safety and balance in society, and but the Christian heart, at its core, should realize that every single thing that we have is a gift from God. And when given the opportunity to share it, we're called upon to do it with thankfulness, right? Thanks be to God that he gave us this in the first place. Thanks be to God that he gave us the opportunity to share it with somebody else. Thanks be to God that this brother who stole from me, that I can witness to him about Christ through my patience and perseverance and forgiveness. So during this little Lenten season of the Apostles' Fast, we should be fasting, yes. We absolutely should. I encourage each and every one of us, if you didn't start yesterday, please start now. We should be fasting. We should be praying. But we should also be embracing the opportunities for the transformation of our soul. Looking for opportunities to give radically, to forgive radically, to love radically, to live like Christ in whatever way that we can, to struggle to be true Christians. This is our calling. And this season of the fast is a gift. It's an opportunity. We should see it as such, not as an obligation, but as an opportunity to draw near to God and to invite him to draw near to us. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be.